Today, we're going to get some breakfast before we go, and we're going to hit the road, and we're going to make our way to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we're going to stay downtown in a cool spot, and we're going to link up with Rick Ausland, a fellow tap dancer that I know from the Twin Cities Tap Festival, and then also Matt Schroepfer, who is the owner of Dancing Fair. He makes my tap shoes. And we're going to say hey to them. We're probably going to do a little bit of dancing, a little bit of chatting with them, hanging out, and we'll see where it goes. All terrain. 18 inch. Back. Oh boy. Oh, whatever. Not really that important. The amount of airing up and airing down that I do. It's whatever. Okay. This is the least amount of traumatizing work that I've had to do on this car since taking this trip. And this isn't even crazy. This isn't even work. Festival that I ever did was Twin Cities Tap Fest.
Really?
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
That was 2019, October.
Dude, aren't you like... well, you've been doing like shows.
Well, you know, it's crazy, and we can go like more into depth in it too when we're talking. And everyone is still like, it's a dying art form.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, there's like 80 million shows on Broadway right now with tap dancing, you know?
Yeah.
And then we'll definitely get into 3 Summers of Lincoln. We could totally talk about it because it was wild. Yeah. And the tap dancing was just off the charts. It was just crazy.
What a ride.
Yeah, totally. And then I've just kind of been like floating around here and there doing like different jobs. I worked for Subaru for a while during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I did that. I got back into it recently just to do more like social media and sales for them.
Oh, okay.
And just like working on cars.
You were like selling them for a little while too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. It was such a wild industry to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming from a theatrical background.
Mm-hmm.
Where all of my training is in, you know, singing, dancing, and acting, and performing and being on stage, and I kind of just treated that job as like the showroom, right? And I'm like putting it in quotes, the showroom, as like that was my stage.
Yeah.
And I knew about the cars, you know, Subarus. I love Subaru as a brand, and I love the cars. That I just kind of took it upon myself to almost, I don't want to say like I put on a show. Wild that people were like, oh, how did you get involved in this? And I'm like, well, funny you ask.
Yeah.
I'm actually an actor.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
I'm a tap dancer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I was like, and I have one leg, and I have traveled all over the world, and I used to speak for this one and perform for that person and do this, and I'm friends with this. You know, I was just like name drop random people that I knew, and they'd be like, wait, what are you doing here? I was like, well, my entire industry is shut down.
Yeah, I'm selling Subaru.
So like, I'm here. This is
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And then it just became like a more friendly approach to the sales process,
Mm-hmm.
where the customer then didn't feel like they were getting that hard sell from a salesperson.
Yeah.
But Lincoln, 3 Summers of Lincoln was so cool.
Yeah.
Because we infused tap dancing into this story, and
That's a perfect fit, really.
well, I mean, it's in a very very particular time
Yeah.
in the 1860s. Obviously, the show is going to talk about slavery.
Right.
However, I questioned my role in it many times.
Oh.
As a white tap dancer. Tap dancing is a Black American art form.
Absolutely.
Rooted during slavery, like rooted during this time.
Yeah. Oh man.
And they wanted me to play a very specific role in the show, and the role was an inanimate object.
Wait.
Yes, what? And that object was the telegraph. So, Abraham Lincoln was obsessed with the telegraph and being able to send messages to his generals.
Oh.
Nonstop and just immediate form of communication. It was new.
That's a fascinating approach for thinking of tap.
Correct. And so the telegraph had this sound to it.
Yeah.
Because we had an actual telegraph machine, like a drop telegraph.
Oh.
And there was I call it like a stopper.
Mm-hmm.
And you would tap it and it would
Yep.
almost like Morse code.
Sure.
And that also plays into some of the choreography that I did. So
did you like encode?
Oh yeah.
Like wording and stuff, Morse code wise.
Yep, I did.
So if someone was like from the Navy and they like knew it, they would have heard that.
So what was cool about right? So that's in a 4.
Yeah.
But then what we had to do was we had to get into 12/8 because then the song starts dun 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 boom. So what step do I pull out? A classic peg leg Bates.
Yes, you did.
I did. And what was it? Go. Yeah. And then we were in it.
Man.
So that was
So it was like a shout out to Peg Leg right there?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Hang out and record.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to that. Make sure you check out YouTube and everywhere else, Lord Peg Leg.
That's where I am.
Yes. There's some great videos. There's some Grand Canyon footage. There's
we're about to.
Steve's really got some good stuff out. Is it
thing or two?
Yeah. You got even more you're gonna get.
Can't wait.
Maybe stop at the Walker Art Center and tap out by the Cherry and Spoon before you get out of here. Some shit. Minneapolis icon right there.
Maybe I will.
You got plenty to do. You got to get over the dancing fair. Say hello to Matt and the whole crew.
And then I gotta hit the road and get to Wisconsin.
Yes, Scotty.
Yeah.
Getting out to Scotty.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna hit go on, or I'm gonna hit cut on this.
Go for it.
Yes.
We're done. Boom pop.
Boom pop.
There you go.
Oh wait, this is what the world sounds like without headphones. Oh wow.
Alright, we are gonna check out of this hotel room in Minneapolis. We're gonna get some food. Then we're gonna head over to see Matt at Dancing Fair, which is gonna be really cool. After chatting with Rick last night and doing his podcast, it kind of got me even more pumped up to go to the shop where Matt works, and then we'll see where we wind up from there. You gotta check out Rick Ausland's podcast, Have Tap Shoes. We'll travel. I'm sure he'll throw that up on Spotify sometime soon, like in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout.
Knoxville.
went to Moab.
Yeah, Moab.
Next.
Yeah,
so
sure.
then we did
Yeah.
Moab for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then after Moab, we dropped my mom off in Rancho, Colorado. And then we went to Jackson, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went to Salmon, Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute. We're going to go to Minneapolis. We're going to do this.
That's great.
And I know we had just spoke while I was doing the show out in California. And so we were there.
That's awesome. This is so cool.
The show that we were doing is a northern Union soldier story that I didn't realize, and I was so immersed in it, I didn't even realize that the Confederates were gray. The gray coats.
Yes.
And then I roll in, and I'm like, yeah, like I just got, this neutral kind of gray shoe.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah,
this is totally it.
And then,
Yep.
and then I was trying to get
This
the
is
peg leg
awesome.
to match.
Yeah.
And it
I
was
know
like,
you said you were trying to
it
get
was
it
a
to match.
little bit off. And
That's-
so what I'll do now that I
not
actually
bad.
have the shoe, I had this done from the sample that you sent me. Yeah, so I was like, I was telling the production team, I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen. And then they were willing to buy me a set of K360s, and I was like, oh, like I don't know if I want to,
Okay.
Oh, he's like, Union Blues, that looks great. Like, do you want to wear that for the show? I was like, yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But the silver's thin.
Yeah.
Paper thin.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any beef to it. So.
And this is a GS1
Yeah.
as well.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
These are my first
Yeah.
GS1s. And,
Yeah,
and,
and they're
I've
working
known
great.
about you for years.
Yeah,
Ever
yeah.
since probably meeting Bruce DeMoro
Oh, yeah.
years ago in
Yeah.
California, and he was rocking them.
Yes.
Look at
just don't know, like, what.
I don't know. Are you into browns at all?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like I don't have any browns, but I always see browns, and I'm like, they're so cool. Like this kind of has like that wood. Yeah.
Here, how about a distress?
Ooh. Yeah, distressed. So almost like this one right here. That middle one. I really like that front one though too. That looks
You see, it fills that gap or that void. You see that?
right.
And so when you put the body weight on it,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't drop all the way to the floor. It kind of hits that bar and stops.
interesting.
Yep. So you're standing more flat-footed.
Yeah. Nice shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
my
then would also add the metatarsal
Yes.
bar in too.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you can see we have a lot of inventory. I do more than just tap shoes.
Okay.
You know, we do everything. Ballet slippers. and the whole nine yards.
You can reach out to the factory and say, "Hey, we got a guy who's got 2 left feet," and just get him a pair. But then he's got 2 left feet, and
Yeah. Wait. So how does it work when you say?
There's-
Do you just
it's
tell them
fine.
like I need one left? Is that it?
Yeah.
Then they're like, okay.
Just a left shoe.
It's just a left shoe.
Yeah. No,
Super kindred
everyone. No, everyone knows all about you.
Okay. They're like,
Yeah.
okay. They're just like, okay.
No, they totally do. But no, you're a legend.
Oh,
You're totally
a
a legend.
legend.
You are.
What?
yeah, you've already gotten legendary status.
Whoa! Look at
He's
that.
on it.
What?
You're a
They're
legend.
like, yeah, just one left. You just need one shoe.
Yeah. And then everyone has to look at. I got pictures.
Yeah,
I go
yeah.
back to your text.
Okay.
And then bring up your photos.
Yeah.
There
Let
you
me
go.
say, this was in the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
And
got some
that's-
footage of it too.
Oh yeah, and that's how the show opens.
Is that something you can share? Or?
Yeah. I posted this on my. My first job in the tap world, really, like professional, after losing my leg. I had sent a message to Robert Reed because Rusty Frank.
Yeah.
So first I reached out to Rusty Frank and I'm trying to find
She's
more
great.
information on peg leg baits. This was like really early on.
Yeah.
I had only been tapping with one leg for maybe like a few months, and I had sent him just like a YouTube video that I had posted. And I was like, hey, like my name's Evan Ruggiero, this is what I'm doing, and I got your information through Rusty Frank, and I was just wondering if you had any footage, or if you wanted to, if we could chat about peg leg baits or anything like that. And the only thing Robert Reed says to me was, he goes, I'll give you $500 to come to my tap festival this summer.
No
And I was
kidding.
like, what? I was like, wait, huh? That was it. That was his response. But yeah, then Robert just like showed me all his like archive, just everything that he had from Peg Leg Bass. And he was like, sit down and just like watch these videos and like do this, and he was like, come with me. And then we went to like the local hospitals and the TV stations, and he kind of just like took me under his wing and was like, here's how you're gonna do this, and you gotta talk to people, and you're gonna do all this, and then you're gonna go out and you're gonna perform, and then you're gonna tell people about the festival, and just, you know, he was just like, I'm gonna teach you how to, you know, be a performer and be an artist, and and like live in this life and live in this space, and you know, show you what I can. We'll show you what I can. Yeah. And I was like, all right, let's go, like let's do this. And then Dean Hargrove and Chloe and Maud called me and they were like, hey, can you come out to LA and do our video Tap World and then come to our festival? And I was like, oh, okay, sure.
That's how that whole thing started.
That's how it all started. And then I'm telling Robert, I'm like, yeah, I just got a phone call from Chloe and Maud and all this, and I'm gonna go out here. And he's like, all right, don't forget what I taught you. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Great.
St. Louis. Yeah, have you guys performed in the show and everything?
He was just like, yeah.
I was taking classes at the festival. It's amazing what Tap will allow you to go and see. People will be like, come do this now.
Yep.
You're on the journey.
And then sometimes you end up here.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Lots of Tap.
All right, I want to show you that line.
All right,
awesome.
let's go.
This is a Bambi shoe right here.
More.
See that?
More than
This is what I was looking at. This brown.
Ooh, that's
here.
that's got a little sheen to it.
Yeah. Well, because I can always like, I can always have something
Got
like.
a wooden one too?
Well, this was for Beauty and the Beast, but
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wouldn't dance in this, but
All right, have a good
coat it with-
weekend.
no, it's just
They
like
made it look like wood.
yeah, it's just a covering that's around like another like
okay.
spray painted leg. It's. I was looking for this
Yeah.
over there, and then I saw this, and I was like, whoa.
That looks even more textured. That looks
Right?
good.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. It's
yeah.
going to be sweet. And so I'm not marketing any of these. It's only like when you're VIP coming to
VIP
see.
coming in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
Don't forget
I gotta
this.
drive out to
And
Minnesota.
I think you're going to be super, super happy.
I can't wait. Yeah, just doing something a little bit different with
Yep.
the. Yeah.
And I think
Just a
did
small
you look
build-up
at
and
it
then
against
the next
against your peg?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder if they ever do like magnesium.
I mean, most of the weights
This you
now
can see
come
how you've
from
tapped and
top of
it's.
that. Yeah, I mean, and you can see down here.
Oh yeah. He was explaining that he sometimes does this move where he'll hit his heel on his other leg and get the sound of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can see how
like
he's-
some parts
Yes.
up here.
That's a unique move that no other tap dancer does. That and the Superman.
Kick
Like,
Kick the cat. Yeah. Yeah, that sound.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, and then when I get some of those too with the clicks as well. And then if I do when I jump, and
Yeah.
do like that.
Like almost like a bell. but
Yeah,
like-
yeah, where
okay.
I get that kind of that sound in there. as
So
well.
can we get like an endorsement here, Supersonic?
There we go. Yeah, right. The supersonic along the side.
That would be
Totally.
cool.
I'll these like pegs. They're just pylons that are used on prosthetics to adjust the height between the foot and the knee. So like down here, you can see, like it's this.
Look how he just flips the whole thing
Yeah, I
around.
just flipped the
like,
whole thing.
No big deal.
I know. I know. So it's just this inside. It's just another version of this. Like this one comes with this one here comes with this whole prosthetic leg, and then the feet are also customizable. You can get like different feet for different activity levels.
Yeah.
Or like different heels that can adjust to different shoes. Yeah. You would use these if you didn't have a microprocessor knee and you had more of like a single axis like knee joint where it's more mechanical as opposed to through computers. So they would just use this to then just adjust the height. So for a while I was walking with like a lower hip height just because it was easier to get around, and then one day I just said I'm done. I just all of a sudden I was like nope. Like I'm ready just to walk evenly now. Yeah. Yeah. Because I got so big into like how things looked as the years went on and the technology changed and there were new ways of fabricating sockets. They got super like thin, and so then it was just like, oh okay, like I don't need to like my jeans will look normal on me, and
Totally.
I'll walk better,
Totally.
and I'll feel better.
Yeah.
Because I was like, goot,
Yeah.
in a way, like,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
that's all carbon fiber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all carbon fiber up there. Then this is a covering. On top, there's more carbon fiber.
Is that for structural?
Yeah, underneath, and then down here as well. This foot is all carbon fiber weave with different shock absorbers in the foot. This is all just suction, so it's like a vacuum. And so
Because you have a stump, right?
Yeah.
So then the stump is, and you wear a stocking over the.
So like this is the liner that's on it, and then this valve, like if I release it, I don't know if you can hear it, but
Sounds like you farted.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. But then you'll hear it like now I like lost a little bit of air, and that's how I'll take my leg off. And then if I want to go back in, now I can just.
Oh.
You heard that, right? That like. So now, like, if any time during the day that I'm walking, and I lose a little bit of suction, like if some air kind of gets inside, the next time that I put my foot down, it's going to dispel right out, and then I'm going to be back in the leg.
Is it like a one way? It only goes outward then? And it won't
Yeah.
let it come back in then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you can get air in the socket for whatever reasons they are.
Sure.
If I'm running on it, if I'm doing something active, if I'm like a little bit sweaty and then I'm moving around, so it'll just kind of seep its way in from time to time. Like when I'm driving in the car, it'll kind of, just because of the position that I'm in, sometimes it'll just eventually, like over time, just start to separate a little bit. So, I've had so many people reach out to me, like other prosthetists and like people who are like, hey, I could make you a foot that may be able to like tap. And I'm just like, no thanks. Like it's okay. Like I want to be as simple as possible with this, and also pay tribute to Peg Leg Bates.
Yeah.
Like that's what he did, and like this was like there's no technology in this, other than just, this threaded top.
No
So
technology,
old school.
although the difference between what Peg Leg Bates had is, I mean, you could say like some definite technology.
Yeah. But I haven't come across like anybody else with.
I have a customer who has amputated foot.
Okay.
Partial amputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And also taps or
taps.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Yep.
You should hold on to that magazine now. Now you have two amputees.
You have to have a shoe that fits the foot, and then quality materials with the correct outsole and the correct heel, and then it's the love and care and the expertise to get those taps mounted just right.
Yeah.
That makes the musical instruments sing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. I'm so excited about this color.
They're
This
gonna
is
look
no. We should do it at the Embassy Suites. Perfect. This is where everything happens.
I think they like that in the lobby.
That sounds like it. We're in South Bend, Indiana. We just came from Chicago, where we had some amazing deep dish pizza, and we pushed about 2 hours forward, and we lost an hour because we went back to our original time zone, East Coast, and parents don't know it, but we are actually going to push back to New Jersey tomorrow and surprise them and get home. So they think that we're stopping off in Pittsburgh, but really we're going all the way to New Jersey, and we're doing it from here, which means that drive is going to be 10 hours and 34 minutes, which is really not that bad. I think we've done longer than that. What that really going to mean is we're going to have to stop off for lunch or something, so probably figure somewhere between like 11 and 11 and a half hours is what it's going to be on the road. And then we'll walk in and we'll surprise them. And hey, we're back. We made it. Crazy cross-country journey. So much happened. Whew. And we're going to get some shut-eye because we're going to be up pretty early tomorrow. So, good night.